hey everyone, long time no see. I made promises and then things got busy. Whoopsie doodle. It happens to the best of us. I'm gonna actually do an art haul video because past few days actually I had quite a bit of an art haul. So hey, let's do it. I can briefly talk about some supplies, maybe try some out while we're here. And yeah, we'll just move on from there. So hey, let's check it out. Alright, so first one on the list, which I have stuff pre-done actually, is, well, what's this fancy thing that says oh hoo hoo? Don't they usually do those really good budget markers? Yes, they do. But they also have other art supplies, and this one is, drumroll please. Well, I gotta open it up, and I'm gonna probably make a mess of it. Nope, it's all good. Whoops, nah, it's fine. This is the watercolor set, because I'm very curious about this, you know? I was like, huh, watercolors. They do watercolors, so, you know, check it out. Alright, so it came with the thing in the baggie here, which has all the warnings saying, please do not have a child suffocate with this tiny bag. Have to do it, because of those things. We got some watercolor paper, some papier, and as you can see, it's 48 colors, and I did the swatching already, so here's the shades, and then here is the things, so obviously I just used it. Comes with a pencil, a little tube of titanium white, a brush, a water brush, and a sponge. So actually, I was surprised with these. Well, at first though, it was funny because at first I was like putting these on the card, and these aren't really watercolor paper. I was like, I don't know how these feel. So then, give me a sec, Reno. There we go. All right, and so then I did use the watercolor paper, and I was like, I don't know about this paper and the watercolor. I don't know. It just looks kind of like not great. But then I used a better paper, and then I was like, no, wait, no, this is decent. This is actually a very nice starter set. Hold on. Sorry about the cut. My cat was being bad. So anyways, as I said, turns out it's very nice watercolor. It's it's transparent, so there's not as much pigment, say, as like the fancy stuff I use, the Holbeins and the Daniel Smiths. But I gotta say, giving like this nice little like shoujo art feel to it, I really like them. I will probably do a watercolor talk about them more. They're definitely a nice starter set. I think they have a sale on them right now. I got it for $20 Canadian, and I think it's even cheaper in the US. So I'm gonna say, if you want to start out with watercolors and that, you know, maybe try that out. It's actually a decent set overall. Alright, so the next two I got, again, I'm doing these as a two because one of them is Delator Black Ink 3. It's supposed to be like a waterproof matte. And with that companion, the manga dip pen set. I actually have a lot of experience using dip pens. Like, I actually do. That's how I learned how to ink in that. So, yeah, I got that. I'm gonna actually test these kind of all out kind of at the same time though. So then the other one I got, not really an art supply, but I still love these pens. My sister got me a Zen Pop thing, and it came with one of these. It is the Tombow Mono, the 0.5. And these are just nice pens. Let's see if I can kind of show. No, I don't got a sample on me yet. But that's okay. We'll test it out though. But these are, I love these for writing. That's why I bought myself another one. Turns out they have refills, so I gotta look into that. And then add to the, even though my palette's done, I could not resist because it was on sale. Holbein watercolor, peach black. And I can't wait to swatch this out because it's probably gonna be really pretty actually. Let's say I only have lunar black for my black tones and bloodstone, but whatever. And then the final one, because of course I'm a watercolor enthusiast. I got the set of the 12th set of the starter introductory for Quar? Either way, I got this because I was very curious about their watercolors. And I guess this tube's in here too, so that's pretty cool. And I just, you know, I really want to try it out. So that's why I got what I got. So yeah, I think we're going to test out these ones. I'm going to have voiceover do over this one. And we'll just decide from there and talk about it and go from there. All right. Voiceover Edgy, you're on. All right. So here I am going to be swatching. I'm probably going to mention this in the outro, which I do actually. But when putting these on the palette, they were very much compressed inside that tube. That, especially that first color, yellow ochre there, that came out like a turd. I am a mature adult. But yo, these watercolors are actually quite nice. I've never used Core before. I mean, this is just based off of the swatch. We'll probably get more deep into it whenever I get to a watercolor talk. But they're nice. They're very nice. Also, yeah, sorry about the lack of updates. I got busy and couldn't catch up for a while, but we're okay now. I'm just doing some quicker videos before I get into the major beef of it. But yeah, like we're gonna do a sketchbook tour after this, and then a little project which I'll reveal at the end as well. So I hope you look forward to it. But I figured I'd do this in more real time since there's no like actual real artwork being posted to this. But as you can see, these layer nice. The paper is a paper that I don't often like. I should say often use. I now use it because I've discovered that it's actually quite nice with watercolors. It's Stonehenge and it's like a cotton white paper, like cardstock. What's funny is though, as you can see, I'm a little like being dainty about like how much color I'm putting on because I didn't want to overdo it. But at the same time, it's like this is nice paint. It really is. So I could see why a lot of people put it up on the top tier. I'm definitely gonna have to try it out when I get to like real beef artwork of it. But yeah, it's cool though because I'm like, okay, you gotta understand, I didn't get taught a lot of like stuff about color mixing in high school, and I took graphic design in college, so you didn't even get into any like fine art beef. But you know, it has like two reds, so the magenta and the the Bob Ross crimson, and as well as this light red. And then there's gonna be two nice, very nice blues. What's cool is I learned that if you mix a cool blue with a cool red, you get a nice purple out of it, and warm red with a warm blue, you get a nice color purple out of it. But if you mix like a cold and a warm, and then it gets kind of looks like that muddy purple you sometimes get. That color went on like whopper good. Because like you can see that is like blue AF, and my goodness, I love it. I love it. This paint's just like you can see me just like swishing around, you know. Ooh, I was like, ooh, what a nice color. I like this color. Of course, I was also thinking, okay, what's the order that I put this in? Oh god, there's too much. Oh, too much. That one just went on like again another whopper blue. And yeah, like god, maybe I might start a core palette at some point. Oh, I'll wait though because I'm really enjoying also my Holbeins and Daniel Smiths too. It's nice to also add some other watercolors to the mix, you know? Yeah, but art hauling, I always wanted to do one of these because I'm not making anything off this video except for whatever I make off of Patreon, but that goes towards other things. Even that, it's not a lot, but I digress. Sign up for $1. There you go. See, I did the thing. Anyways, I swear I never do like shameless plugs. And I should do that more, but whatever. Any hoosery. This is like basically bought with my own money. So you know I'm gonna be looking for like cheap supplies or like expensive supplies but on a discount. And that's why I really implore, if you have a local art store, a lot of the times they might be actually cheaper than like big box stores like Michael's and that. So just kind of, you know, keep that in mind. They often get really good deals on the expensive high-end stuff, So just, you know, I digress, right? And if you're like, well, it's just an older version of the paints, it's not new. Well, you can't see it because I don't have a camera on it, but in my hand, I am holding a Holbein acrylic wash, yellow ochre. It's from, this is when they had them in the metal tubes. Back in, I'm gonna say 1996, if this gives you an idea about how old this tube is. And it's not dried out, and it works perfectly fine. So just kind of keep that in mind, that a lot of paints do last. Acrylic might be a little like, if they were not stored properly, yeah, okay, I get it. But like, you know, I mean, that's acrylic wash, and I didn't really store that properly, but it still works. So hey, thumbs up. But yeah, like things like, say, you know, watercolor and that, they get away with an older tube. My Holbein light orange and Payne's gray, those are probably like almost 20 years old. Because I got those way back today at the same art store, funny enough. Like, I'm very happy. Again, shout outs to Bijan's Art Studio in London, Ontario. Oh, that's when I used the wrong paint. You can just see me going, oh no. But I'm happy to report, though, this paint lifts up pretty good, too. So I'm like, oh shit. Oh no. Oh, let's fix it. Oh, it lifts. So it actually lifts really good. So if you need to, you know, save something where you use the wrong color on it, like Edgy did. There, you know, it's saved. But yeah, these were nice paints, though, I gotta say. Core, gonna play around more with those. Definitely gonna do a watercolor talk about these ones. Of course, now we're gonna check out the Holbein peach black that I got. And as you can see, that is just a nice warm black. And I like it. And you know what? It's funny. I realized in my full set, I did not have like an actual like black. So, because I had Lunar Black, and then I had Neutral Tint and Payne's Gray, but I didn't have black. So I got this one as kind of like my one to make up for it. As you can see, it like granulates, but it also can go on thick, and it's good, and it's nice, and I like it. That, again, I don't have a spot for it, but I might just get one of those like little magnetic palettes just to stick in the middle. And okay, now we're trying out the Dullinger pen. It's been a while since I used ink like this, but I'm so used to these types of pens. And I'm just writing out what it is because it's a swatch sheet. It's what you do. And as you can see, that writes very well. And I did not feel it like drag across the paper. It was very smooth, actually. And I'm just filling in, just be like, okay, let's just be a little CSC here. And honestly, the finish on that ink is a very nice matte black, like they say. And yeah, I'm just testing out lines. I didn't test out the other nibs for this just because I'm like, let's just try the one I'm going to probably use the most. And yeah, I just did a quick eyeball drawing because that's what you do when you do a rush drawing. You draw an eyeball. That's what, like, I swear, that is like the go-to for art, right? It's what you do. It's what you do. But yeah, I'm very happy with this pen, and I'm glad I got it because I've been getting into like using the acrylic inks again and that. Because I'm working with watercolor a lot, it's like I need the waterproofness, which is also kind of like what this is, a little test on how waterproofy it is, you know? Of course, and I'm like, oh, I'll just draw more lines. These are going to be perfect to show exactly what this does. It's a pen. And as you can see, this is like keeping the ink like for a while, so that's what a good dip pen does. So hey, thumbs up. I drew a little thumbs up. Delateur for the amazing pens. It's just like they call it a starter set. No, I drew Mickey Mouse's hand, but there we are. I don't know why I did that. Whatever though. It just showcases though how much ink still stays in that pen. See? Good pen. This is what you do. Of course, then you cut back. We're a little closer now, and I'm just testing out the watercolors on it. And I'm happy to report no bleeding. And I made sure to put a lot of water on there, which is why the color's not as like as the swatches are. because I'm like, okay, let's just put a lot of water on this bad boy, make sure, because we gotta give this a fighting chance to see if it is really waterproof or not. I'm happy to report they are very waterproof, and I can't wait to play around with it more, because next thing I draw is going to be probably inked in that. Of course, for the watercolors only, because, and honestly, I could do Copic markers with it too, which is great, because this is meant for also marker art as well. I can zoom in on my wrist there, that's fine. Man, I'm taking my sweet time, aren't I? Oh my god, Edgy, hurry up. There we go. I'm just adding some color there. Just be like, okay, oh look, no bleeding still. And I gotta say, I didn't let this sit for a long time either. I let it maybe sit for like under 5 minutes for the dry time. When usually I give it like 24 hours to, like an hour to 24 hours, but this is pretty fast acting, which like fits right into my plans, you know? Again, it's just like, oh, this is working well. See that little chunk of red on the paintbrush? That's gonna come back to haunt us. Could have just edited out this dead space, but that's fine, you know, it's fine. There we go. Now watch, you're gonna see the red just pop in there. There it goes, but my goodness, does it like just mix nicely and granulate in there. And the dried version actually dried real nice too with that. So I gotta say, yo, excellent supplies. Okay, Edgy, back at you, girl. All right, everyone. So it seems that the testing's done. Yo, I am impressed by these watercolors. They're very nice. Same with my Holbein Peach Black down there. I'm also impressed with this ink because it did not bleed at all. And I only let it dry for maybe, I'm gonna say not even like 5 minutes, like 3 minutes maybe, and that's impressive. Also, shout outs to this Tombow pen for filling out these things here, which you didn't see, but man, I'm gonna have fun creating. As I said in the video, when I opened the tubes, especially this one, it just kind of came out like a turd. So, be careful when you're opening up these tubes, because depending the pressure, you know, they might be under a lot. This is actually the tin, but I'm going to let it dry, and then basically we got ourselves a little palette anyway, so it's not a big deal. Might get like its own little palette like I do with my Holbein and Daniel Smiths at some point, but for now, at least we got the top of the tin to keep things savvy. So, overall, I'd have to say this was a good art haul. This one was like a... I forget how much I bought this for, and the Black 3 was 13 Canadian. This was 13 Canadian. I only tried the one nib, but I like drawing with this type of nib, so it's perfect. This was on sale. I think I got it for 60 bucks at a local place, and the Holbein, my Peach Black, normal price is $7.99, but well, no, normal price, yeah, normal price at where the local art store was like $7.99, maybe less, and it was like also on top of that 15% off special. So overall, I did save quite a bit of money on these. I know these Quor ones in their full tubes, they're like $12 to $14 Canadian each, and so getting this for the price I did was a steal. And yeah, I'm gonna love using this ink. I'm gonna love using these pens, because I also I have a really good acrylic purple ink that I love to draw with also. So yeah, also shout outs to Stonehenge White. That was the paper I used. It's not really meant for watercolor, but because it's a cotton based one, it actually handles it really well. So you know what, we're good. And of course, those who are on the Patreon see this earlier. Patrons, thank you so much for your support. You'll be getting a scan of the Ellis drawing that I did for the Theo Hoo-Hoos. So, yo, check that out. And I might just do like little doodles in that you'll be seeing ahead of time before everyone else. So, yeah. Either way, though, everyone, thanks for hanging out on this little, like, Odd Duck review while I get myself back into the swing of things. Let me do a cut, and I'll show you what is in store for next time. Alright, so next time, well, not next time, but after next week, because I'm going to do a sketchbook tour. We're going to be touring this sketchbook next time. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But afterwards, we're working on a project with a coloring book. And I'll give a quick preview. Because, like, we're not seeing what page I'm doing. I was doing a test. So I was testing out gesso and all that since, like, January 28th was when I did this as a test. And basically this, we'll get into it though, but we're going to make gouache paintings out of this coloring book. Because the lines are already there. Let's just practice with gouache again. So yeah, we're just going to fill up this David Bowie Starman coloring book, but that'll be a while still because I think this one's going to take longer to record anyways. So yeah, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Now, till next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye now.